Certain people, welcome to the United Stand road trip, man. The international break is over.
Yes, mate.
Yes, Josh is happy about that as well. Thank God. Although England are actually quite exciting to watch right now. But enough about that. It's all about Man United, and it's all about Man United against Watford today, man. The sun is shining. The weather's beautiful. Josh thinks it's baking hot. He thinks it's too hot. Josh, it's only about 17 degrees. It's not that
18,
hot.
fam.
I don't know what we're going to do when we hit Singapore and China and all these places in Australia if he thinks this is hot. But
you have to wheel me around in a wheelbarrow.
Before we talk about today's game, man, Solskjaer, Ollie, he's passed his provisional and he's got a full UK licence. He's at the wheel permanently for at least 3 years anyway. And I just think it's great news. I don't think there's a lot of you guys at home who were against him getting the job. I haven't met too many Man United fans who didn't want him to get the job, and I didn't meet too many other Man United fans who didn't think he would get the job after how well he's done, man, in these 3 months. So, good step by the club. Yeah, you could argue that they could have waited till May and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's about they're actually saying whether you get top 4 or not, Ollie, you're our guy, and I think that goes further than just waiting to the end of the season. And trying to rush through everything. What I did like about his press conference was the clear emphasis on the transfer targets, man. He said, we've got people to buy, we know our targets, they've been discussed before me, and now that I'm here permanently, it makes it easier. And their intentions to get these guys over the line by the time we go to the pre-season tour in July. So clear intentions from Ollie to get stuff done. There's no international tournaments this year, this summer. I know England got their little thing, the little UEFA Nations, but there's no major tournaments. So, business, if we identify our targets and we're in negotiations from now, we should have a good chance of getting the targets that we want. So, yeah, so I'm pleased about that, man. I'm pleased. I know there was a big argument about whether we should wait till the end of the season. We don't have to, but I just think we went through the 3 stages of no one thought Ollie would get the job, in terms of he just came up from nowhere and was interim. Then it was no one thought he would do that good. It would always be a Pochettino to Dan. Then it was he's done so well, we have to give it to him. So we've gone through the stages. I don't think it's a knee-jerk reaction. He's proved what he can do with this squad, but that's the first step. It's all about now how they back him. They've got to back him. We've got to get that director of football through the door. We've got to change the structure of the club. The recruitment needs to be better. But, someone like Ollie is going to buy into the type of profile of player that we need, Someone who's got loads of talent, maybe someone who's young, ready to go, skillful, etc., quick, exciting, all of those attributes you associate with a United player, man. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Ollie. But today's game, look, the top 4 race is wide open, as we know, and after the back of two losses, all right, not both in the Premier League, but today's important, very important. There can be no room for any error. Has to be nothing short of 3 points. Obviously, with Tottenham playing Liverpool tomorrow, if the results go as they should, Arsenal got Newcastle at home on, was it Monday night? If the results go as they should, which you're expecting kind of Liverpool being favourites to beat Spurs, we have to win today, then we'll be level on points with them. And depending by how much they lose by or whatever, if they lose and how much we win by, we could even be ahead of them on goal difference. You don't know. So today's massively important. 3 points is a must. And I think the place will be absolutely rocking. Yes, the weather's nice and it's got that early summer feel. The clocks are going to be going forward tomorrow, and it's going into British summertime. But Ollie's just been announced. The place is going to be rocking, and I think the players will react. I think it will be that good little kick up the backside the players needed after those 2 losses against Arsenal and Wolves, especially after the Wolves game, because we were so poor. But it feels like ages ago, that game, man. With the 2-week international break, it really breaks things up, and it definitely feels like ages ago since that Southampton game, which was our last home game. So I'm looking forward to getting up to OT. Everyone on social media is. It'll be a difficult game against Watford, though. They're in form. Their manager Garcia's got them playing very well. And whenever Troy Deeney's about, he can always cause you problems. And obviously Decore midfield, Capu and Pereira, they've got good players. Delafeu, so they always can be dangerous. But if we turn up, and I keep saying it, I said the same thing against Wolves, but we didn't turn up. But if we turn up and play to our maximum capability, we beat Watford comfortably at home. But we can't take it lightly. It will be a tough game. Everyone's fit as well, apart from Valencia, Darmian and Alexis, which we know he's just coming back, which is good to hear because, you know, the likes of Luke Shaw, Rashford, Martial, Lingard, they all withdrew from international duty to get themselves fit or with injuries. So it's good to see that they did that as a precautionary thing and to get, you know, a couple of weeks under their belt to get fit, because for this running, man, it's so important. And Lukaku's fit as well. For this running, it's so important we have everyone firing, everyone fit, because the games are going to come thick and fast in April. It's game after game, literally. I mean, even after today, Tuesday night is Wolves again. So the games are coming thick and fast. It'll be interesting to see what Oli does today, because he's saying everyone's fit. So will he start Lukaku? Lukaku obviously missed out against Wolves. Wasn't great against Arsenal. But he was in form before that. Rashford been in bad form since his little injury against Liverpool. He hasn't been great. Jesse back, but hasn't been back to his best. We kind of rushed him back after the Liverpool game and hasn't quite looked himself. So these players have had a good rest now. So it'd be good to see what happens with the lineup. For me, I would just go with the fluid front three of Rashford, Martial, and Lingard. That's what I would go with. I think the midfield three will be the same. There's been a lot of criticism at Matic in the last couple of games. You could argue that McTominay could get in ahead of him, but I don't know. I can't see Oli doing that. But for me, I don't think we need two defensive midfielders at home to Watford. I really don't. I would love to see us just to say make Herrera the deepest lying midfielder and just play Fred and Pogba, or Pereira and Pogba. That's what I would do. But again, that hasn't been our pattern, has it? That hasn't been what we've been seeing. Apart from when the injuries started striking hard, when we really started to see our midfield change. But when it's been fit, we know what Oli perceives as his best midfield, which is obviously Herrera, Matic and Pogba. And the back four, when they're all fit, which it seems like they are, I think that pretty much picks itself. You know, there's a shout for Delot in at right back, but he wasn't very good. Well, he was terrible against Wolves. Not just him, the whole team was. But, you know, there's calls for him to get more game time over Ashley Young, but I think Ashley Young is still the number one right back. I don't think anyone can argue with that in terms of Ollie's thinking. When he's fit, he plays at right back or right wing back or whatever. Whenever Delot's shined is when he's played right wing. So even Delot at right wing today, I'll take that against a Watford side, coming away from home. So, but the back four picks itself is going to be Lindelof and Smalling, I should imagine, and obviously Luke Shaw, who Ollie says is fit. So yeah, the team pretty much picks itself within reason. But as players coming back, it just depends how fit he sees them after their injury. So for me, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to go for a 3-1 United win. I think the players are going to be reactionary from the appointment of Oli. They've all come out on social media and voiced their support and how happy and pleased and proud they are to play for him. And Old Trafford will be buzzing. And I just feel like, you know, in the weather as well, I just got a real good feel-good factor. I hope I'm not driving back with a face like a slapped ass because of a bad performance, but I really feel like a good performance is incoming. We've needed one for the last couple of games, and I think today's the perfect day to get it. So that's my predictions. Drop you guys' predictions in the boxes below. Let me know what you lot think. Team lineups, scorers, all of that jazz. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and I'll see you guys after the fan counts.